Could Michael Thomas get traded? That's what we're talking about here on NFL Daily. Mitchell Rance here from Chat Sports. Bleacher Report. They released an article that said NFL players who should be put on the trade block. I love these articles from Bleacher Report simply because usually they give one player from all 32 teams. This time, they decided to go with a little bit of a different route. They listed only 6 players in this article. One of those 6 was actually Michael Thomas. So I was pretty surprised when I saw that, considering the fact that why would you really want to move on from Thomas? And the reason why they said, it's time to go, because if they can't win football games and his contract's crazy with their cap situation, maybe it is time to move on. So what I wanted to be able to show you all here are some of the other players that Bleacher Report said could potentially get the boot. Gardner Minshew makes a lot of sense. They just drafted Trevor Lawrence. Stephon Gilmore, he didn't show up to camp today, which is kind of an interesting thing, and he's been in a lot of trade rumors. Jordan Hicks has been linked to trade rumors. Heck, the Cardinals even said you can go look for a trade partner. Anthony Miller, if you can get a 6th-round pick for him, Michael Thomas, and then Aaron Rodgers. Those were the 6 players mentioned. So what I want you to do now is get your votes in. Should the Saints trade Thomas away? I want you to type T for trade, or I want you to type K for keep, that they should keep him. If you are going to type T for trade, at least let me know what kind of value you're going to get, because you're not just going to move on from one of the best receivers in the league for literally nothing. So I'll say this. The only way that I am moving on from Michael Thomas is if I get a massive offer. And most people watching should be like, well, no shit, Mitch. And you're 100% right. You're not going to give up on a player that had 149 catches, almost 1,800 yards, and 9 touchdowns in 2019 for anything less than a first-round pick. To be honest, I'd probably want 2 first-round picks for Thomas at this point. So for me, I'm not selling low on Thomas, because if you decide to move on from him, there's going to be an NFL team out there that's going to be like, well, he had only 40 catches, 438 yards, no touchdowns last season. If you're selling Thomas based on that, I'm going to say this, shame on you. Because since this guy has come into the NFL out of Ohio State, he has worked his tail off, and I get it. He's had Drew Brees, who is a Hall of Fame quarterback, no doubt about that. But people don't put up this type of production unless they're very, very good. I don't know if he's a top 5 receiver, but he's definitely a top 10 receiver. And people are going to make fun of him for running these slant routes, and I know there's a lot of other people out there, including myself, they're like, well, Jameis and Taysom Hill, they're not going to be able to throw slants as well as Drew Brees. A lot of people can't do it. But if you're truly, truly great, which I think Thomas is, he'll be able to figure it out. So this is why Bleacher Report had on why the Saints should end up moving on from Thomas. This isn't so much about the Saints escaping a terrible salary cap situation, though it certainly couldn't hurt with the team having just $6 million in cap space, as it is reading the room and thinking about the long term. What I get away from that is this. They don't believe the Saints are going to be able to win football games right now or in the long term, so you might as well move on from Thomas. And if that is to be true, then sure, you can move on and cut some money. There's no doubt about that. In 2021, Thomas is going to make $10.1 million. Since the Saints decided to restructure his contract and push some of those numbers back, that's why this is very backloaded, because in 2022, 2023, and 2024, for a receiver to make over $24 million, that would put him right now as the 2nd highest wide receiver per year, behind only DeAndre Hopkins. So what do you guys think about this? Is Thomas a top 5 receiver? I want you to type 1 for yes, or I want you to scroll down in the comments section and type 2 for no. It actually kind of crazy that I'm about to say this. I am going to type my 2 for no, because when I did my rankings, he came out to number 6. If you want to know my top 5 wide receivers, don't be afraid to hit me up down in the comments.